welcome one and all. It is time for another session of Brony Dungeons and Dragons, and ever since the last session, there has been an excessive amount of discussion over what each character plans to do right now, because there's been a lot of changes going on.
I have a checklist.
Do you really?
Yes, I physically have a checklist of what I want to do with my character.
Physically?
Oh my God.
You have it written on paper?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
I plan for next session and then roll with it, so y'all are not going to be ready for if stuff happens at the very beginning like I'm hoping it will go, and if it does, oh boy, y'all are in trouble.
Oh, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens.
Okay.
Congratulations, Luna Corva. You've instilled the chaos you so love.
That's the Luna Corva to you.
Thank you, Blind. No, it's not. No, it's not, boy. You are a broomstick. I will break you over my knee.
Dang.
If everyone is ready.
Yes, everyone is ready.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright.
There are quite a few things that all of our characters want to do, so take it away, Dungeon Master Josh.
This is going to be a very role session.
Okay, now that I have your permission.
Right.
After returning from Gatlistown, the party briefly split up due to emotional turmoil. I then left with Princess Zayn to Cumelis and got some advice from a figure from his past. In the meantime, the party left to Galgary to trace the origins of the Necronauts. While there, they found the jungle elves in political turmoil. While the queen worked to solve this, the party was to solve the mystery of where the undead monstrosity came from. Their investigations led them through the Oaklanira, and then to a small, isolated tent in the jungle outskirts. There they found Raavas, who revealed to them that he had been the one behind the war, and the drow intended to dominate the world. Ivan was struck down, but before more could fall, the party was rescued by old friends. Their entire world has flipped on its head. Now, just make sure that.
Oh, come on.
That's deja vu.
Oh no!
Ivan, you stand, brow furrowed at the scene that's played before you. You saw everything. The rescue of the party, their investigation as the connection between Raavas and Asmodeus, and you see them set up camp as Amarta tries to revive you. What do you do?
I sit down for a second. Everything in my life is happening and crashing down so fast. Gods know what I'm gonna do when I get up here. Is there anybody in the room with me, or am I by myself?
As you sit down and begin muttering to yourself, you feel a bony hand touch your shoulder.
Oh, come on!
Not fair.
Well, isn't this deja vu? Meet with a terrible fate.
Been a while since I've seen you.
So I assume you know where you are?
Yeah. I guess I should have expected after what happened during the battle.
Well, good news is, dear Uncle Pelor seems dead set on taking you to Elysium, and it doesn't appear that the angels disagree. Good for you. But it's not going to be relevant now since you'll be revived in a few seconds.
Really?
Well, didn't you see what was happening out there?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm expecting a thank you.
Thank you.
You don't even know what you're thanking me for, do you? Why do I even bother trying to help people? It's... How do you think your friends found you? Just happened to be in the right place at the right time. I told them you were in trouble.
Well, thank you for helping me.
He gives a very exaggerated bow. Oh, it was no trouble. After all, it wouldn't do for someone dying that still owes me a favor. Not a big one, but one nonetheless.
I'm assuming you're going to cash in that favor soon?
Eventually. Oh, by the way, it's adorable seeing you all. The effort you've all gone through to avoid saying my name. But I'm going to tell you right now, saying my name only alerts me when I'm being spoken of. No one ever said I couldn't just scry you whenever I wanted. Do you not know how the spell works?
Well, now I do.
I've been keeping a very close eye on you all, and it's been vastly entertaining. I'm not going to make the same mistakes that others have made. Loth, for instance. Your former friend Raavas gambled, not unfoundedly so, on her being too arrogant to consider you worthy of her interest. But trust me, after coming all the way down to my home and managing to be the responsible for the deaths of 2 gods, you've all made yourselves very interesting.
Well, I'm glad we're so interesting to you. I apologize if I'm not in the mood to talk right now.
Oh, is the puppy finally learning what its teeth are supposed to do?
You could say that.
Glad I could help with that. That said, you notice that he's tightening his grip on your shoulder as to be painful. Mind your manners, dog. Your better is speaking.
And then he looks him in the eye with, like, dead eyes. I'm listening.
Good. You notice that he is, you notice that your body's beginning to glow. Oh, that was way too fast. I was hoping for another chess game or something else symbolic to mess with you. Can't always get what you want, I suppose. He gives you a very exaggerated, foppish wave. Toodles!
Another time, maybe.
So, Ivan, with a gasping breath, you wake up and take the scene before you. Enzio and Nora are off to the side having a conversation. Beline is fluttering around the campsite, dropping some sort of dust which Tantamile insists on swiping at. Owen is sitting on the rock to the side. Jowlerum and Faithurin are sitting on a log, tensely eyeing you. Rhyme is standing in the middle of the campsite, tapping her foot and fidgeting with her fingers. Amarta looks at you with a smile. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Where's Lucid? Legit can't find him.
Amber?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Amarta looks to you and says, yeah, where is your bird?
Where's what?
Your bird.
Shut up, you're not here.
Oh, like, where's yeah.
I don't see.
Wait, I thought we did send him to get help.
No, he was teleported with us. I saw him on the you know what? Never mind.
Ivan immediately springs to his feet and gives Amber a big hug.
Amber just cries and grips him, like, way too tight.
Amber, you were right, okay? You were right. You were right about everything. You were right to not trust people. You were right to make that decision. You were right. You were right. You were right about everything. I was wrong to not trust you. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Just shut up, you stupid no!
If it takes days of isolation away from you and death to keep me from realizing the truth, I don't care. Now I know. Now I know. I'm sorry.
Amber doesn't know what to say other than just hug him.
I promise you, I'm going to stick to this mission. I'm going to find Raavas. I'm with you the whole way. And I'm being honest here. I want you to look in the eyes and look at me right now. I am being 100% honest. I'm not going to trust him. I'm not going to welcome him back in the party. I don't just want him dead. I want him dead!
Whoa,
Amber...
Yeah, it's that immediately as Ivan screams, everyone just kind of slowly turns towards Ivan. Even Amarda's just kind of her jaw just kind of drops.
They're too long balling up these emotions. Stick to the mission. See it through.
Ivan. Amber lets go of Ivan and then angrily looks at Phaethon and Jalaram.
Jalaram just hangs his head low because he knows.
DM, I rolled a strength check and I'm grabbing the nearest thing I can throw.
All right, there's a bush right next to you. You literally rip it out from the ground.
And I throw it at Jalaram first.
What the heck?
Amber!
Amber grabs Phaethon.
Ah!
Hands off her!
She grabs Jalaram next.
What do you think you're
I
doing?
have so many words for you two that I cannot even begin to say in front of my god. It's because of you two that I doubted myself. Even though I let Ivan speak for me, you two made me feel worse of all. You two said I should have given him a chance. That he was good. That he was going to help us. And I knew you were wrong. But I didn't listen because I didn't want to lose this party. I didn't want you to hate me. I didn't want to be deserted like I know I'm going to be at some point. You two made me doubt what I felt, what I knew was right for this party. Amber throws them.
Amber, what?
Throws them.
Where?
Probably up there.
Just shoves them back?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
Right.
what matters is we know what
I called him my black pearl, Jalaram and Faye. That's not something you just say to someone. That's something a dragon says to anybody. It's not just something I can just stop calling someone. Amber looks at Owen and crawls over to him with her head down.
You're right, Amber. It is my fault.
Shut up, Jalaram.
I'm going to keep saying it.
Pure guilt. An apology is not going to be good enough. I should listen.
Maybe me not being the leader, the de facto leader, will
Just get
satisfy
ready
you.
to that Jalarum again.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're really hard to make out.
You're
you're
robot
breaking up.
English, that's all.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
be your
don't
connection.
speak so loud. That seems when your mic peaks. That seems to be when the audio starts messing up.
I think
let
just
me
sort of
adjust.
do a gruff when you're doing your yelling, I guess. Instead
Oh,
of
let me
yelling.
adjust it.
Okay, that might help too.
Anyways,
How's that?
Better.
Sounds
Fine.
better, yeah.
That's fine.
So what were you saying?
Amber was getting ready to throw something else at Jalarum.
Okay. Can Faye step in
Amar
front of him?
Amarta immediately grabs her arm.
Or they are
Don't.
not going to be able to help us if they are dead!
Ooh. I like this new
Enough!
Ivan a little bit.
Jalum just dusts himself off and walks up.
Ivan actually helps the both of them up, but he doesn't smile. He just looks at both of them dead in the eyes. My
Yeah.
trust in this party has been wavering this entire time with what happened with Raavas. I don't know who I'm going to trust. I don't know if I'm even going to trust anyone anymore. But if we want this mission to go through, we need to stay together and just try to keep our cool, okay? Then maybe trust will come back eventually.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Ivan.
You're right.
Well, if that's the case.
Physically, I'm fine. Faye goes back over to where she was sitting, and she picks up 2 books that Amber dropped her. That Amber grabbing her made her drop. Mentally is another story.
Yeah.
Does Armada still have Amber's arm?
Yes.
Why do you keep calling her Armada? It's Amarta.
Oh,
Armada's like a fleet of ships.
I don't know why I keep calling her that. I just
On the
assumed-
bright side,
Art.
though, Armada kind of fits her because she was a pirate captain.
And by the way, do I still sound
Well,
okay?
why
now?
do you think I made it sound? Why do you think I used the anagram to sound so familiar to that?
Well, I maybe I just kept assuming there was an R between the A and the M, so my bad. So
Whatever.
Yeah, anyways,
okay.
That's a key.
it's Amarta. She's waiting until she feels that you've calmed down a bit before she releases.
Better?
Amber relaxes.
Good.
All right.
Make you feel any better? I don't trust myself. And just walks over towards Enzio and Nora.
I'm terribly sorry, voice. You're a little hard to hear right now.
Oh,
He said he doesn't trust himself.
Yeah,
Okay.
Amber.
Oh, yeah, he is hard.
Amber,
Yeah.
Turn up the game
Amber-
just a tad. Hopefully
Amber
that
scoops
works.
up Ivan and carries him back over here.
And old habits.
She's got a wee little baby.
I got my baby back.
Faye goes. No, Faye. If my controller will, the control will freaking. There it goes. She goes over to Jalarum.
I was in the process of trying to apologize to Owen, but I guess that'll wait.
You know, I don't like seeing you angry, but if you want to be angry, you be as mad as you want.
I have questions.
Yeah, you see Amarta give a heavy sigh. I figured this was coming.
I have so many questions. And if anyone can answer them, it would be greatly appreciated.
Perhaps you'd be willing to make a deal then, Rhyme.
What sort of deal?
A question for a question. An answer for an answer. We'll take turns. And you may go first if you wish. Are we agreed?
Fine. How do you know all of these people? How do you know a gigantic silver dragon, this grizzled gentleman, a fae? How do you know them?
We have had many an adventure through these lands many years ago. And yes, we came across each of them at various points. They have been exceptionally helpful. Now, my first question. Why do you serve Direction?
It's my home. Never known another one. And I don't want any more anyone to suffer as I did when... But at the same time, I don't know enough in order to make those kinds of decisions for myself. I serve because I cannot lead. I cannot even lead myself.
And what is your next question then?
How do you all know so intimately Raavas Arcanen?
He was the one that led us in to the underworld to begin with. And believe it or not, he was instrumental in getting us through at least a few of the layers. My second question. Who have you killed?
I've lost track. It's been 5 or 6 years since my first kill. Some noble in Gatlas, I believe. And then one after the other, I am sent to do cleanup. If there is a pivotal person obstructing our goal, I eliminate them. If one of my other comrades botch something, I fix it. I deal in death, and I'm good at what I do. So you've all been in Bator this entire time? That's where you've been for 12 years?
Indeed. We made a vow to rescue Jaminia. And it was quite the arduous journey. But it wasn't until we came back from Bator that we even realized we had been gone that long. My third question. What is the nature of the deity you worship?
The nature? She's a goddess of beauty, nobility, grace. Her name is Alistrae. I don't know if any of you know her. The only reason I learned of her is from my studies. She was hidden in old books. I haven't even found a temple of her, at least around here. Is that all you wanted to know about her, or...
I suppose for now. What is your next question?
What do I do? What in blazes do I do?
I'm afraid that will require getting to know you a great deal more to determine what your purpose should be from here out.
No,
What the heck was that?
It's an accidental spell. It's centered right above her. She's just really, really, really in a bad spot.
Oh, so when she yelled that out, she also blasted that up into the air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's you see it. You see Beline just kind of flinch back. It's like, hey, you're lucky I put an invisibility field over us.
What?
I take it that I need to take some damage here.
If she was flying up in the air and Owen's shorter than her, probably not, would be my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just above her.
Okay.
It's got a 20-foot. It's got a 20-foot radius, though.
It's like, duck!
Yeah.
Well,
Duck.
Goose.
It's sort of in a sort of 3D cylinder above her. So as long as you're not standing in it, you won't get hurt.
all right then.
Yeah.
What
My
do I do?
I am trying to help determine that. Now, my fourth question. Do you have any regrets, especially considering what we know now?
Define regret.
It's whether you wish you could have done anything differently, knowing what you know now.
Is it a feeling or a decision?
I suppose that will help me to determine what to do next with you, if you can decide whether it is a feeling or not.
I suppose I wish that those leading me had had different information. But at the same time, if any of my marks, if their elimination in any way ceased the suffering of those beneath them, if it saved a few more lives, it spared a few more children sleepless nights wondering when their father or mother was coming home, then no. I do wish that I had better direction. But the reasons that I do what I do are my own.
Do you have any final question for me then?
I only get these 5? All right then. How do we kill Raavas?
That I do not know as of yet.
You do not know of any weakness he has? You were with him for 12 years.
I learned a few things. However, he has gotten a head start on all of us. And yes, he has shown a few brilliant ideas against our own weaknesses. I have a couple of ideas of my own, but I have yet to determine how effective they might be. So no, I do not know how to take on Raavas yet. But it is a priority. Now, Rhyme. My final question. What kind of weakness do you have that an enemy would not hesitate to exploit?
I do not wear armor, or is that not what you mean?
Raavas was able to take advantage of us because he learned about us. It was not our equipment that he took greater advantage of, but rather who we are and what we stand for. So again, I must ask, what kind of weakness do you have that an enemy would not hesitate to exploit?
I have no personal connections, really. My parents are dead. I don't speak to anyone from the orphanage anymore. The only ones I suppose you could say that I would be Zeadril, Suzayan, and Queen Jaminia herself. But even then, they are part of the war effort. I do not want them to die. For of my many powers, resurrection is not one of them. However, I do not suppose that I've ever analyzed myself for weaknesses, because I've spent my entire life trying to drill them out of me. I do not understand why the dragon and the gnome are hugging each other. I do not understand why the half-elf is sobbing and she's holding him. I don't understand any of that.
Amarta listens to this and she just her eyes just kind of widen slightly. Oh, bloody heck, you're a sociopath.
High-functioning psychopath. Thank you.
Thanks, Sherlock.
Other way round, actually, but go on.
I understood the reference.
Yeah, I know.
In
But-
that case,
I do not kill for pleasure. And I try to keep those who are less powerful than me out of harm's way. I know that what I have is special. And I do not delight in seeing the suffering of anyone who is normal. Everyone deserves a right to life. When people abuse that right, though, that's when I come in.
Hear that? They're coming to arrest you, sociopath.
That's also when the ambulance is coming.
It's like, oh,
I know, right?
they're coming for
It's
you,
right
Rhyme.
near my window, gosh dang it!
That is
It's
where
like,
I
oh,
come in.
They
That's also where the
found
cops
you,
come in.
Ari.
They're coming to
They
take
found
you
when I
away!
come in,
Ho ho
start
hee hee ha ha!
That's when I come in. Shh, shh, start the CSI theme song.
let
All
us
right.
return to the serious moment,
I know,
please.
right?
Good luck
Sorry.
with that.
Now, in that case, Rhyme, I think I may have something that might help you to know your purpose. Owen holds up his hand, and a very faint bit of magic can be seen from his finger. He places it very gently on Rhyme's shoulder, and then steps back.
Jiminy? Sorry.
Phaethurin and Jalarum, while their conversation was going on, you notice that Nora was behind you. Yeah, Phaethurin, you notice that Jalarum, you haven't. That Nora's behind you as if she's waiting for whatever's going on so she can speak.
Can I help you?
Yeah. You notice that she kind of flinches and her head kind of hangs a little low. I wanted to apologize for my unprofessional behavior earlier. I let my excitement get the better of me, and I should have better control over my emotions. I hope I didn't make you or Phaethurin feel uncomfortable.
Question is,
He's not. He's still overcome with a bit of emotion.
It's appreciated, Nora, but we can talk about this another time.
She nods her head and just steps back.
Yeah, if anyone has the time and hasn't done so already, check the Roll20 conversation. There is a lot of good role playing just going on there.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, did anyone else have anything else they wished to say?
Jalen comes to.
Atharian raises his hand. Yeah, we were thinking about going back to Galgary to report all this.
While you're
Wait,
there,
didn't Atharian have an accent?
It's
While
like
you're there-
Bonbon, it comes and goes.
While you're there, Utharian, look for the bird.
All right.
Thank you. Please be safe. Zeadril will never forgive me if another one dies.
Jalarum comes to and slowly gets up and makes a bit of a slow walk to Owen.
Faye is like following at a short distance behind.
Sorry. Sorry for what I said in the mansion. You do think about the party. Bye.
Who's typing?
Thank
Who's
you.
typing? Who's typing very loud?
Sorry.
Alright.
Like I said, honey, maybe you should mute.
Alright. And then walks over to Enzio. Your
Did she apologize?
yeah, Nora apologized.
Good. She is a young.
I can see that. Doesn't remind me a lot of me, but maybe a little bit of Walton. That illusion thing you did with Raavas and the council thing. That all happened. Yes?
To the best of my knowledge and what evidence has given me, yes.
I know this may seem a little far-fetched, but can you take me to my mother's murder scene?
Enzio widens his eyes a little bit, and then they just narrow, and you see like this big red-eyed glare.
Jalum responds,
I beg your pardon.
I just want to see my mother one last time.
He moves closer to you and gets a little close to your face. This is a serious request. I want you to look me dead in the eye and tell me that you can handle what I'm about to show you. You're asking me to show you your own mother's mutilated corpse and her blood splashed everywhere. You're requesting to see the lifeless, mangled body of the woman who raised you and loved you above all things in this world. And considering where you're emotionally at right now, do you believe you are ready to handle something like that?
Faye steps over and puts her hand on Jalarum's shoulder. He has a point, Jalarum. Maybe you can wait until you're a little more stable.
Just want to see her so bad.
I am not closed off to the idea, Jalarum. But you need to make dang well sure that you are 100% aware of what you are asking.
I am aware. If it means finding a clue or something that'll help me find out who murdered her.
You see him glance briefly towards Nora. Not here. When we're safer. Yeah. He walks off and just begins grumbling to himself.
Jalarum, are you sure about this?
I need closure, Faye. If this is the way I'm gonna do it, then so be it. Right now I got a lot on my mind. I just want to get one thing out of there.
Alright, if you're sure. So I guess we should try to get some rest then.
I'm still waiting to see if anyone else here has anything else they need to say.
Well, I'm not going to end the conversation. I was just going to cast the mansion spell since we've got extra people with us.
Yeah. Oh, it's you notice that you see Beline sees you about to cast it, and then she's like, oh, wait, I have a really cool idea. All right. Just hear me out. I put around this camp an anti-divination and invisibility field, so we'll technically be safe for tonight. But if you cast both the cottage and the mansion, but put the entrance to the mansion in front of the door to the cottage, people who break into the cottage will think you've left.
That's pretty clever, Beline.
That's not a bad idea.
Yes! Where's that cat?
I think that Rhymes got her in a death grip right now.
Aw. Hug the kitty.
I'm more worried about Lucid right now, personally.
Can you not sense him?
I tried to extend my senses outwards towards Lucid.
You try to, but you can't. Wherever he is, he's out of your range.
Let's hope we can trust him.
Raimi, where's the birdie?
I don't know, Tantamile. Go play with the fairy.
Yay!
So,
Lucid
Feline
I have
and
never-
Tantamile are playing.
Lucid and I have never been apart for this long. And we've certainly never been this far apart. I hope he's never been so far away that I can't sense him. And Faye's hand shakes for a moment. Yeah, I know, right, Shay?
What?
Seriously, that is seamless transition of voices.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do?
The way you went from Tantamile to Rhyme just so seamlessly, that is amazing.
It sounds like two
No,
different
but you went
people.
from high and squeaky to deep and serious is very impressive.
Anyway,
Alright, anywho,
I'm sure there are still more emotional beats we need to fit in here. I was waiting to see if there was anyone else who needed to speak their piece.
Well, we can continue speaking inside. Did I just accidentally make that inside
Yes,
of
you
the cliff
did.
face?
Yes, you did.
Whoopsie.
I mean, to be honest, that way the cottage will be really safe.
Actually,
Anyways.
yeah, that's like a classic military strategy.
What? We were
Keep going.
praising her ingenuity.
Well, I was gonna try and talk to a Marta.
There you go.
A Marta.
Hey,
Martha.
Hey. Anyway, we can talk more in the mansion.
I think I'd prefer to finish this outside. We'll
Yeah,
get
Amber's-
to it eventually.
If
Yeah,
you're
Amber's
so
not even
insistent.
looking. Yeah, Amber's not even acknowledging Faye or Jalaram right now. So Amber looks at Amata and then looks down in shame, seeming really scared to talk.
If there's any talking you
What?
need to do, you might as well do it now.
yeah, Amarta's just standing with her arms folded and just looking at you.
You know what? I'll start. Marta, thank you for bringing me back. I don't think I expressed my gratitude just yet.
You're welcome.
Amber?
The words can describe how grateful that you brought him back. But I also feel I have no right to speak to you anymore.
Why not?
Oh, dagnabbit.
Something happened in Baltor.
Yes,
Am-
I can see your claw. I'm not imperceptive.
Amber tucks it behind her back. I don't know if you know what happened before we came back. I don't even know if by saying what happened, I'm breaking some law.
You're not. Don't worry.
You're free to say whatever you want. We're both listening.
You're afraid I'm going to punish you?
Don't I deserve to be?
Well, maybe for reasons unrelated, probably. But even if I wanted to punish you, I really wouldn't have the power, considering I'm not a goddess anymore.
Wait, what?
What?
She gives a sigh. That's how I was able to revive Ivan. I surrendered my power.
No.
No, you can't!
You gave your power to save me?
She She closes her eyes. No. I did not give my power to save you. I surrendered my power a long time ago. This war has done so many terrible things to so many people, and due to the primeval pact, I could do nothing but watch, only offering advice and comfort, but no help. Because they did not worship me, I could not do anything. I couldn't do enough. I couldn't save Siolik.
Fuzzy on names. Gotta look him up again.
He was the guy with the missing arm and leg.
Yeah.
From Mirrored Port.
The bartender when they first met Tamara.
Yeah.
Got it.
Also the guy who wanted the sword from the labyrinth.
That was the last straw. I couldn't stand and do nothing anymore, so I relinquished my power to another and became mortal. I am no longer Tamara. My successor is. There is only a Marta now.
Who's your successor?
A dragon you haven't met. She was ahead of you in the line of succession, so to speak.
Can I pause button right quick? Did you seriously just give her the Soraka story?
Who, what, when, why?
Not intentionally.
Nerd.
The Soraka story? Okay, I need to ask later. Later.
Legal Legends. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, then...
So yes, you were actually on my will. Fifth in line. Then's the breaks, kiddo. She gives you a small a small boop on the snoot.
Oh.
I made a terrible deal.
No, you see, that's not what I mean. That's not what I'm disappointed at. What I'm really disappointed at is a little birdie whispered in my ear and said that you've been a bit standoffish to your friends.
Understatement.
She flicks him on the back, Ivan on the back of the head.
Oh, yeah, he deserves that.
I'm so glad I can do that now.
It's not without reason.
It's not about reason. Is it about emotion for you?
No. Amber punches the ground. I made a deal that will jeopardize everything that I followed and meant to be. And I could potentially destroy everybody here if I was told to.
Amarta begins clapping her hands. Flawless logic. So your brilliant plan was to isolate yourself from all friendship. All help and support so that when the Black Judge finally claimed his favor, you'd have no one to help you. Or stop you.
At least I would have been far away from them.
Faye starts stepping over. That plan was flawed from the beginning, Amber. It would never have worked.
Amber is very tempted to spitfire right now.
Go ahead and throw
Amber.
fire at me if you want to. I've been meaning to say this to you for quite a while. Suppose you did leave us. What? And then the order came that you had to destroy us. What then? You have to come back to us anyway to find us, do you not?
The most you would do is buy us some time, but our fate was inevitable, wouldn't it be?
At least it would have given you time to prepare.
For something we had no idea was coming if you weren't there.
But you know it's coming.
No,
if you were
we
here,
don't.
we would at least know.
No,
You
we
do.
don't know it's Faye. Faye reaches up and grabs Amber by the nose to make sure she's looking her
You
dead in the eye.
let go of me.
You will
IRL.
listen to me. You don't know what he's going to say. None of us do. And you made the assumption that he would order you to hurt us, kill us. And you thought just being away from us would solve all the problems in the world. All you've done is create needless tension and anger. And for what? An assumption? You have no more idea than the rest of us.
Amber gently grabs Faye's hand. Just can't bear to lose anyone else. Rose.
Amarta pushes in between you two. That's how Asmodeus works, Amber. What he is doing. I have known that devil longer than dragons have been on Alatastica. I am very old. I may look young, but I am very, very, very old. And if there's one thing I have learned, is that Asmodeus would rather sit back and watch you mortals damn yourselves. He wants you all fighting. He moves to Amber. She moves to Amber. What's done is done, and you cannot change the past. You did what you did. You did what you did out of love, and you did what you thought was right. That's all anyone can ever ask for. And then she looks over to Phaethrin and Ivan. And I would appreciate it if you two would stop treating her like an idiot and feeding her anger.
It's a mistake I'm not going to make again.
And I've never thought Amber an idiot.
That shit, Amarta folds her arms.
Okay,
oh,
maybe
really?
Maybe a little.
Your actions speak far louder than your words.
I don't think she is an idiot, but I do know she can act like one when she doesn't take the time she needs to think.
Amarta waves her hand, and she conjures up a small mirror and puts it in front of Phaethrin's face. Say those words again.
Phaethrin, you can act like an idiot when you don't take the time to think. You think I don't know that? Anyone is capable of that.
Yeah. The mirror dematerializes. Just so we're all in understanding.
Amber, listen.
No, you! I never wanted to hurt any of you.
I know that, and that's why I've been angry at you. I don't want to lose anyone either, and that includes losing you to yourself. I told you once that you're like a sister to me, and I still stand by those words.
I was just trying to protect you.
I know that.
And you didn't see it. You kept keeping me in a position where I could potentially hurt you. No one understood that.
I understand.
Only Rose understood that if she were still around, but I failed her.
You didn't fail her. Her death wasn't your fault.
You can't blame yourself for something like this.
And I trusted my instincts, and for the first time, somebody questioned them, and I changed my mind for all of you. I changed my mind. I didn't listen. And now he's out there. And he has a title for me now, too. I failed all of you by not following my instincts.
No.
I should have listened to Owen.
No.
I didn't listen to Owen. I betrayed his trust.
I said no. We
Amber.
failed all of you. We failed all of you for not letting you go with what you thought was right. We failed you for calling you a liar and calling you a fool. We were the fools.
And the sad fact is, even if you had killed him, he said it himself. He had set things in motion before we even left Alatastica. It would not have made a difference in the long run.
So, quick question. If I'm experiencing intense nausea right now, do you think that's due to us losing Ivan? Or because your whining is making me want to puke?
Okay.
Wow!
And job
Dang,
dropped.
Doc!
Hold on. I think I have something to say, all of you wallowing in self-loathing right now. Do you have any idea how useless we all are when any one thing goes wrong? The rogue has trouble leading others out of a wet paper bag. Our mages were made next to useless due to one brilliant idea from an enemy. Our dragon couldn't see past her own ego on what she felt was the best option to protect us. And even our bard's newest resolutions fell flat at the end of the blade of a former companion. One that he begged all of us to trust, mind you. So, you're going to turn coward now? Rely on others to fix this for us? I mean, that bell got rung when a horde of demons rampaged across Direction, and I don't hear the cavalry yet. But hey, why don't we all just lay low? Bet you can hide on your little boyfriend's Cloud City. Bring along all those you care about so they're out of harm's way. And hey, maybe some other heroes will pop out of nowhere to stop this catastrophe at the last minute. Who knows? It would probably make a better story than this one.
My home is not for cowards.
Ivan, a moment.
Faye steps over and, pulls Ivan back gently by his shoulders.
Sorry.
Of course, it would mean that your boyfriend got horribly killed for absolutely no reason at all. Me, I'm a heartless dwarf who spent the majority of his life alone. I can shrug that kind of thing off. But you seem like maybe that might bother you at some point down the road.
Amarda just is kind of flinching back away from Owen. I cannot believe you just said that.
Isn't that why you all keep me around? Hurting people is what I'm best at.
Oh. Amber just smirks at Owen. I'm sure I deserved it.
We all did.
Didn't I just say that we should stop wallowing in self-loathing right now?
Indeed. We have more important things to worry about now.
Let's go to bed.
Amber nods and stands up.
All right.